It's Friday night, or if you're on the East Coast, it's already Saturday morning. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Mandatory Live. Remember, if you like the content, hit that like and subscribe button. Also, follow us on our social media channels. We're at the Mandatory TKO. You can also find us on the audio side as well. Keep that in mind. Give us a 5-star, leave a rate and review because that all helps the channel grow. And if you've already done that, thank you so much.
The
Okay.
fight sucked. He legitimately it's like Devin Haney. Let's close the rankings temporarily. We'll bring it back up. It's like Devin Haney and Jose Ramirez both studied Shakur Stevenson versus Edwin de los Santos and was like, that's how I'm gonna win this fight. And what the fuck was that? I'm not somebody who needs knockouts. I don't even need like a ton of action. I don't need Gotti Ward every single time. I'm not that type of dude. I'm not that type of dude. Legitimately, I like good boxing, right? And good is subjective, but that can be in a bunch of different ways. It could be counter punching, it could be volume punching, it could be action fighting, it could be Cuban style, it could be Mexican style, it could be whatever. Just good boxing. Devin Haney from the jump was bolting around the ring, just absolutely like he was getting in his 10,000 steps. Okay, like that dude was just. I saw more action. I've seen more action in like high school lunchrooms than I saw in that fight. And and,
Yes.
and Jose Ramirez just couldn't cut off the ring. He looked like he was perplexed at how much Devin Haney was moving, but he wasn't throwing to the body. What was that?
So, as you know, I'm a huge Jose Ramirez fan and I was rooting for him. But I think speed is a little factor. I think we're seeing Jose Ramirez age out. And it's kind of sad to see, but it's like it's not all there anymore in terms of speed. And I feel like he wasn't even being the Jose Ramirez that honestly, Jose Ramirez hasn't been Jose Ramirez for like 2 years, I feel like. Really, if you really, really think about it.
Longer.
Since that Josh Taylor fight. What was that? 3 years ago. Like we've seen Jose win since then, but even during that Josh Taylor fight, I don't think he looked like Jose Ramirez.
That was 2021.
It's been a while, and now
Victor
he,
Paul still before that was 2020, and even in that fight, I was like, oh, that was closer than it should have been. The last
yes,
time he looked like dominant was the Maurice Hooker fight where he unified the
yes,
titles, and that was in 2019. And I think that's like a career performance for him. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like,
So it's been a little while since we've seen like the best of Jose Ramirez. He moves up to 147 pounds, and I'm thinking maybe we get him a little bit stronger, and we're still going to be able to see that speed. But against Devin Haney, it wasn't an entertaining bout. Like I said, guys, I can't talk too much about this fight. I left in the fourth round to go take a shower, and I came back and I knew the decision was going to be Devin Haney. But I also think Devin Haney lost some cachet, Brian, because do you think people want to see him in big fights? Like, do you think people are like, oh my God, I got to rush to see Devin Haney? Now, here's the thing. I think now that people are saying, Shakur is boring, Devin Haney's fight was not entertaining.
hold my beer. That's what he's saying to Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson's out here being like, you're going to see a show on July 17th against
Yeah,
William Zepeda. And look, William Zepeda is going to throw, hopefully, you
he
know,
will. Yeah.
hopefully. Punch stats. This is such a bummer. 224 punches thrown from Devin Haney. Okay. 224 punches thrown. We'll do a little bit of math here. Hopefully,
Yeah.
this won't bore you guys, but this is 18.7 punches thrown per round from Devin Haney, which sounds like actually more than I thought looking at it. Okay. So Devin Haney throws approximately 6 punches per minute in this fight, just six. And he didn't throw more than 26 punches in any single round. Okay. Jose Ramirez throws 279 punches. 279 punches in a 12-round fight. He's throwing 23.2 punches per round, 23.3 with rounding, and he's only landing 40 punches total. Total. That's 3 punches per round he's landing. Jose Ramirez is essentially landing 1 punch per minute in this fight against Devin Haney. That's how little action there was. Every minute would go by, he would land 1 punch on average. Devin Haney, 70 punches landed. 70 punches landed translates to about 6 punches per round, a little bit less. So Devin Haney's landing 2 punches per minute, roughly, in this fight, a little less than that. Like, what the fuck is that?
I didn't expect it to be that kind of fight. I thought Jose Ramirez would be coming forward, trying to throw, trying to establish his jab, and Haney was going to kind of be ducking and dodging, but also making it interesting, kind of like how he did against Lomachenko, taking risks, but he didn't do that. That also kind of told me that Devin Haney still has in his mind how he got knocked out by Ryan
Yes.
Garcia. You could
Knocked
you could
down.
tell that.
Knocked down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
knocked down. Sorry,
You
sorry.
see it right away. So that means last thing on the numbers. They combined to land 110 punches.
That's
They
terrible.
combined to land 9, as I tweeted out here, 9 punches per round, or just 3 punches per minute combined in this fight. Like they're trying to. It's like they were trying to set a record, and it's not even the only fight on this card
Yeah,
that had
it's
this low
pretty
of an
bad.
output.
Foxy says never want to watch Haney ever again. Waste of time. Also, Jay says Haney became more boring than before. He used to throw jabs and clinching. Now we only see running and hugging. He was entertaining before. He would take chances.
Not that
I do
much.
believe that. He did. Al the Pal, Jose, a good dude regardless. My hat off to him. I love Jose Ramirez.
But
He's one of my favorite fighters. But now it's like I don't want to see that version of Jose Ramirez.
let's just
Because
go
every
back to
time I
your point real
see
quick. Let's go back to your point real quick though, because
which one?
the one about Ryan Garcia
Okay.
leaving his imprint on Devin Haney, because we talked about this extensively before, and we said there's a world where Devin Haney, like, he might just be chinny going forward. If he's going to fight like this, we may never find out. But would you be concerned about him just sort of moving along now and taking a bigger fight? Because if he's going to do this, like, I don't know if he's getting away with this against everybody, but presumably we'll see Ryan Garcia again. Is he going to fight Boots at some point because he's in the welterweight division now? What does that look like?
I don't think he should want to fight Boots at all.
I agree.
If I'm Devin Haney, I'm never fighting Jerron Boots Ennis. I'm just not doing it because Boots is that talented. I think Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez could make some bread.
Yes. God, what an obnoxious fight that would be.
Could you imagine Bill and Senior?
Oh my God.
Could you just, because they've been talking about this for a little minute.
To be fair,
they have a past.
To be fair, when I covered Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor, I have on video Bill Haney and Teofimo Lopez Sr. I may have it somewhere. I may have posted it. I don't know. But I have them basically agreeing on Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney fighting each other. Now, of course, after that, Teofimo Lopez fought Jermaine Ortiz, Devin Haney fought Ryan Garcia, and like they went in the directions that they went in. I would much rather revisit that for Devin Haney than see Ryan Garcia again, at least for now. I think I would rather see Teofimo versus Haney than Ryan Garcia and Haney. But I don't know. Let me think about that one.
Either or, I think they're both moneymakers and they could do that at 147. Jesus says announcing Haney versus Ryan while Haney is fighting. Utter disgust. Yeah, because I mean, Jose Ramirez hadn't beat him. But here's the thing. I think throughout the whole entire press conferences and the whole entire run that happened, they were talking about Ryan and Haney too, right? Like this has been something that has been talked about. So it is disgusting. It does suck, but they're talking about it. Foxy says Bill needs to just handle the promo side and get Devin a proper trainer who can fix his bad habits. Yeah, I mean Devin definitely has some bad habits, especially when and now he's running. Like you could tell he doesn't want to get hit.
He does.
You
He
could tell
doesn't. That's the thing.
it's in his head.
I got a text from somebody who covers boxing for a major media outlet,
Yeah.
and he texted me during this fight. He's like, "This is so sad. He doesn't want to get hit. Like he doesn't want to take any chances." This is verbatim what he was saying to me, and it's just like, yo, if he's this, I don't know if he can be the villain. You know what I mean? Because he's trying to be the dude that people hate watch. He's trying to be the dude that people are like, yo, I want to see him get his ass kicked or whatever. To which you still think this is out of character for him, and
I think he's a nice guy.
I think
Like, I
you
think
might be right.
he's a nice kid. He just lets his dad talk shit for him. Like, you could tell Devin's a sweet, sweet boy. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh my god!
no, I swear to God, like he's a nice kid. Like, I bet you anything, he's like friendly and like he doesn't. You know what I mean?
It
Like,
just sounds so dismissive, and
it's not. And
no dude would want to hear
being
this.
a nice guy is not. That's not a bad thing to say. Hold on, let's get back to that Steven comment. Steven dropped a pretty good comment. Haney fights negatively unless his opponent can cut off the ring and push him. Yeah, I think.
A lot
I
of counter
think
punches are like that.
I think for Devin, he needs to avenge what happened with him and Ryan. That's the only way mentally. But I think going into that fight with Ryan, if he fights like how he did today, he doesn't want to get hit. He's scared. Mentally, I don't think he's ready. But if he can avenge that fight against Ryan Garcia, I think it changes things. But what we saw today, it didn't look like a confident Devin Haney to me. It didn't.
Last thing, and then we'll move on to Ryan Rowley, and then end with comments. Who were the new four kings again?
I don't even remember.
Who? Someone in the chat tell. I know. I'm pretty sure Ryan.
Was it Ryan, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, and
who was the other one? Was it Shakur? No,
it had to be. Shakur was in there. No,
who were
was
the
it
new? Who were the supposed new four kings? Please tell me this. I don't remember all of them. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. It might be Shakur, but I don't know. Okay. We'll get a comment. I'm sure somebody
Was it Jerome Boots Ennis?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think it was. Foxy says, and Foxy, I believe, is from the UK, as he's mentioned before. Devin's reminded me of Amir Khan a bit now. Great natural talent, but terrified to get hit. You know, it's so funny. Shantelle, you're not going to believe this.
What?
You'll never guess who was watching Amir Khan versus Danny Garcia last night.
You?
Yes.
Okay.
Like just randomly. Because I was playing Undisputed.
Yeah.
And I scheduled a fight against Amir Khan in career mode. And I was like, wait. And I went and looked, and I was like, how many times did he get knocked out? And it was 5 of the 6 losses.
It was bad.
He was so nasty before Breidis Prescott. And even after that, he was still really good because he had beaten Marcos Maidana, Paulie Malignaggi, Zab Judah. Lamont Peterson probably got robbed against. So he should have gotten that one. And then Danny Garcia clipped them, and then that was it. Like, and the Canelo one was the other one.
Tank was the 4th king.
Okay,
Tank.
so it was Tank. Teofimo.
And by the way, thank you, IMPK13.
I knew someone was gonna do it. It was Tank, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, and Ryan Garcia. And when was this a thing? This had to be like early.
It's been a thing for a while where they're like the new kings of boxing. Like it's been going around for a minute.
We just be saying shit and just hyping people up, man. Like, okay. no disrespect, but like, I mean, and granted, look, the other guys had losses too. Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, and Tommy Hearns. But all of them fought each other. Here we got, all right, Haney and Ryan Garcia fought. Tank and Ryan fought. Teofimo hasn't fought any of them.
well, that's the one thing I want to say about
Tank
Ryan
probably
Garcia.
won't fight another one of them.
Hold on. This is the one thing I want to say because we're going to get to Ryan Garcia and Rowley next, right? Ryan Garcia, and, you know, I think Jesus was giving it to me a little bit because he was like, are you saying Teofimo Lopez is good for boxing? I do believe he's good for boxing because I think that he's got showmanship and I think that he can sell a fight. I think that he's entertaining and I think you can either love him or hate him. And I think those are all the attributes you kind of need.
My guy, right? Eric, salute. I should get him on here, actually. He's great. Eric Raskin dubbed them the 4 princes. Yeah. It's probably more apt. Anyways,
that's why I think Teofimo Lopez, Jesus, who dropped a comment earlier. Now, the thing about Ryan Garcia is that because we're going to move on to Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero, who we talked about Rolly a little bit, but for Ryan Garcia, worst performance of his career that we've ever seen. But here's the thing that I do want to give him
Yeah,
Yes.
you're yeah,
This
yeah,
is
you
a
know what?
huge upset, man.
Yeah, I
Like
think you're right. Yeah,
against
you're right.
Tank, I think I was being generous when I said that was a 50-50 fight. It was more 60-40 against Tank, right? But this is a fight he should have won. Like we saw Rolly get knocked out a couple of times, and then he got that generous victory against Ishmael Barroso that he shouldn't have got. Like Rolly hadn't had good performance after good performance. It was bad performance, getting knocked out. Like if the trajectory was to show that Ryan Garcia was going to come back after he took a year off from boxing because he was suspended, and he was supposed to have a good performance against a guy who could also sell a fight, but a guy that has been knocked out before and hasn't looked good. This was put on a platter to Ryan Garcia for his comeback. He was the main event. Here's the one thing I will say about Ryan Garcia. He fought Tank, he fought Devin Haney, and he got in the ring with a real puncher with power. The guy's not afraid to fight anybody. And regardless of him having losses on his record, I think that's good for boxing because I think it brings back the fact that you can have losses because we're still stuck in this Mayweather era where you need the O. You don't need the O. Our favorite fighters don't have O's. I mean, two of them do for me, but my favorite fighters don't have words. Like Andre Ward has an O, right? Some people would be like, "Hey, there's a little notch on that resume. Did he win that?" He's undefeated. But
Yeah. I
Brian,
mean, but Floyd Mayweather does too. Like he has
yeah,
multiple debatable decisions um on his record. Like everyone does, whether they have
that's
losses or
boxing.
not. And most dudes have losses. Like we've talked about our favorite fighters a bunch over here. Like
Yeah,
I love Felix Trinidad. He has multiple losses on his record. Miguel Cotto, Roy Jones Jr.,
yeah.
Amanda Serrano, as a matter of fact.